So we'll come right up, and you can stand just right into either the middle or the front of the mat. And just take the shoulders around. So you're just going to open through the shoulders and start to feel the neck move. You can turn the head from side to side. And then you can draw the shoulder blades forward. And get that elbows lifting. So you're going to open up through the rear of the shoulders. And it's like a cat round at the top. And then come on back again. Opening. And I went down to the beach just after class yesterday and did my, what did I do? Oh, a little bit of yoga, mostly ran. And the sky, the sunrise, my housemate John said the sunrise was gorgeous, and then forward again. And we don't know if it's actually related to the forest fires in Oregon. So it was super orange, and I think it was related to that, but it was beautiful. Last week it was stunning on Thursday, Friday. It was like the clouds were backlit because it was gray, but they were silver lined, but all the way through. It was amazing. So I know the skies are a little thing, and I just think we can get to the sunrise. Just take this right into a turn and then push the arm right out. Get a great reach. And then you can take the arm up, and let's take this across the body. So you're reaching over and get the shoulder blade coming back, lifting from the rib cage. And then you can take both arms up and again do a step side to side. And just feel the ribs open. Do a touch as you shift. Breath. Now you can take one arm across, reaching over. Do a step touch turn. Coming out. And then take that arm up and reach. Lengthen, reach. Now take both arms, do a turn, get your lunge. Keep the shoulders down as the wrists reach. Breathing up. Okay. Now we'll stay to this side, whoops. And I want you to do a touch and then press back, touch and press back. So you're shifting the weight as you come back, back, and back. Breath, breath, 2 more, breath. And now you're going to do a step touch and a lift. So you're going to step touch and lift, step touch and lift, back and lift, shifting the weight and lift, and lift. Keep the core solid, pulling down, get a good reach, pull, really reach and pull, reach and pull, and up, and lift, and up. Now doing 4 and 3, get the core pulled in, last one. And now we'll just turn this to the other side. Get that hip back, taking the arm up, do a touch, and shift back, touch. And again, the waist lift up, the ribs rather. And shifting, breath, breath. Excellent. Now we'll do the lift up, so you're pulling and shift and up, shift and up, and up, and up. Lift and up, lift, up, lift. Couple more. Lifting and up. Now you can keep that leg back. Open through the chest, keep the rib cage lifted. And then press back onto the heel. And then you can straighten up. Press back and then straighten. And press back and straighten. Good, so you've got the wrist reaching out pretty far. Back and straighten. Breath. And 3 and 2, and last one. Okay, great. Now take the right leg back. Again, square the hips, so might take your left foot over a bit, and then, shift back and up. Oops. Coming back and up, pressing into that heel. Back and up, back and up, back and up, and 4 and up, and 3, lift, opening through the chest, last one. Okay, now we're gonna do a little bit of a different stretch. I want you to take your yoga mat up and know the class is not over. And you're going to just roll the mat up nice and tight as you normally would to put it away. And take it all the way. And then it doesn't matter which, as long as you can see the camera, I want you to just hold the outside edges of the mat and then take, I'll show you the toes up and come into a good calf stretch. Now you want to lift, and if you need more balance, what you can do is take the hands forward like so. Take deeper stretch into the Achilles, and keep the lift, nice stretch in the upper back. Drop, and you're pulling in through the core. And you're using on fingertips. And then if you can walk the hands out a little further. And again, keep the heels pressing down, pulling up through the bum now, so dog tilt, lifting so you get that length. Pulling up, lifting, lifting, breath. Okay, now you're going to take the hands back again and then just do a small bend in the knees. We're going to go into a little bit of a different depth of the calf stretch. So the knees are bending, and just let the hips sit back so you're getting deeper into the hamstring now. And then come on forward again and straightening the legs completely or as much as you can. And then walk the hands even further forward if you can. And you're gazing ahead, breathing is steady. And then you can come on all the way back. Now just step off, roll your mat back out, and it's going to feel great through your legs. This is such a great stretch for the Achilles. Oh, I hope that feels good. Now you can take the feet with the knees together and then come on right into hip circles. And keep the knees kissing as you get around, and then other direction. And again, coming around and other direction. Now we'll come into a small squat, so you're letting the hips sit back and you're keeping the knees right in front of the toes so they don't come over further than the toes. And breath. And again, keeping the rib cage lifting. And breath. And breath. And 3 and 2. And come on up. Now we're going to take the right leg up and then lift from the rib cage and keep the shoulder down as you press into that standing leg. Rise from the waist. Extend so you have a long line right from your hip right through to the top of the head. Breathing is steady. Get that lift. Breath, breath. And then you can take that arm around, opening through the chest. Keep the lift of the rib cage. Breath, breath. And then you can let that right leg down. Come on up. Oops. Press into that standing leg. Rise from the rib cage. Keep the lift. Keep the elbow back. Keeping the ribs lengthened as you press that knee down, the elbow back. Breath. Strong length. Opening. Breathing. Excellent. Breath. Breath. And then you can take that leg down. Good. Now come back into the knee circles, letting the hips sit back. Excellent. Other direction. Yeah, hips sitting back. Okay, squatting down. So see if you can go pretty low course, listening to the knee joint, and the knees stay kissing together. So this is a little different. This helps to open the hips and back, keeping again the knees behind the toes, and breath, steady breath. Woo. Really sit the hips back, breath, breath. Okay, we're gonna do 8, breath, good, 5, 4, 3, breath, last one. Okay, super. Now we're gonna take this leg up, rise from the rib cage, and extend this leg up. So once again, balance, but this time you're gonna take your hand on the inside, doesn't matter which leg you grab, and you take that leg out and extend up with the standing leg, standing arm, standing arm. Get that top arm reaching. And if you can keep that, if you need to hold on, please do. But see if you can open back and arc, and then kick that foot out further. Press into the standing leg to keep the breath, and then you can gently release. Okay, we're gonna take that opposite foot up, rise from the rib cage, press that hip forward. Press it down through the standing leg. Breathing is steady, breath. Good, take that arm back a bit. Grab onto the inside foot, pull the foot out, arc into the back, lifting the rib cage, keep the shoulder down, keep that length, breathing constantly, and then you can gently release. Okay, that was really good. Now we'll come back into the knee circles, coming around. And if you can really feel the weight sit back, that helps to get the knee working without any high dropping force into the knees, like a shearing force. And then other direction. And breath. And breath. Okay, good. Now come back up with the balance again. Both hands behind. Lift open through the chest. Now, as much as you can, bend forward from the waist. So here again, you might hold on. Otherwise, if both hands can pull back, you can kick. You can kick that heel out. And then that helps to open and lift the chest. And you keep that foot kicking out as you press into the standing leg. And the eyes lift. Kick the foot out. Stay with your breathing. Breath. Breath. And then you can take that leg down. Here we go. And now switching legs. Both hands, or of course use the hand for balance. Get your lift. Lift the ribs. Standing leg pretty straight. You can bend slightly the knee. Lift out and up. Bend forward from the waist. Keep the chest lifting. Stay with your breathing. Chest is opening. Breath. Breath. Lifting. Breath. Okay, come on back up. Now we come into the balance that you take your left leg up and you're going to take that ankle high above the knee. And then you bend forward, keep the chin lifted so you keep the back rising out. And then you fold forward from the waist. Now the breathing is constant. Just stay there. Bye. Take some clothing off. Practice my balance. Hey, that's a good idea. Do that every night. Okay, and then just get that, bend that standing leg, and of course really listening to the hip and the knee, and then maybe you can come down. Now you can imagine this is where blocks are super helpful, and you'd have it lower, and you get that, but still keep the lift of the rib cage as you let your hips sit back. Breath, keep that standing leg bending. Keep that knee rotating out. Breath. Good. Now you're going to breathe in and come back up. Lifting from the rib cage. Okay, great. Changing legs. Take that right leg up. Let the knee rotate out. Bend the standing leg slightly. And as you fold forward, Just keep letting your hips sit back, breathing constantly, steady breath. Breath, maybe come all the way down. Breath. Okay, coming back up to lift you and coming up. Okay, now we'll step that leg that you just stretched back, that left leg, and you want to rise from the rib cage. Come up with the arms and gazing up at the ceiling. Keep the shoulder blades pressed back, bend that back knee down. Now I'm just showing you kind of like a small version. If you can go lower, come down, and then lift up and open, and keep the shoulder blades back. Down and rise, and down and rise, and down, lift, down, up. Breath is steady. Breath, breath. Now we're going to just take the arms behind, lift through the rib cage. Now bend over that knee. Keep the wrists reaching as you extend the arms up, and stay with your breathing. Nice open rib cage. And then you can take that left hand down, turn to the right, back leg is strong. Keep the shoulder blade back as you keep that front right knee directed forward. Keep the chest open. Breath, breath. Now you can take that right hand down, step your back foot in about 1.5 feet. Take your hands forward. Lift that leg out and come horizontal. So you don't have to come up, and you want to really reach out through the heel. Pull up through the standing leg, so you pull that thigh in to the hip, and you're gazing at the hands. Now take the right hand forward about 6 inches, and then take the left leg up, turn the toes out. Take your left hand to the outside on fingertips, and then turn to your left. And of course, you have the option of taking the hand up off the floor as you lift up and out. And keep your breathing steady. And keep the heel reaching out. And breath. Excellent. And breath. Good. And then you can take that leg down. Okay, here we go. Now take the right leg straight up, reaching through the heel. Keep that extension. Keep the breathing steady. Reaching out. Breath. Fingertips on that outside hand, and then potentially lifting. I think I'm going to keep my hand down on this side. You're going to keep the heel reaching, and you want to keep the leg as straight as you can, potentially taking the arm up, lifting from the rib cage. Oh, piece of cake. And you want to keep that heel reaching. Keep the spine long as you rise, and then come down. And now the feet are still apart, hands back, forward. And then we're going to bend the knees back and come on down into all position. Now take the toes under. Take an inhale, lift the eyes, arc the back, and then exhale and round the spine. Gazing back, and now breathe in, gaze up, lift the eyes. And then exhale and round. Breathe in, gaze up, lift. And exhale, round. Now you can point the toes and then take on the right foot. We're going to turn to the left for side plank. You're going to lift the arm up, and now we lift the leg up and out, opening through the chest. Now bend that knee in, and then extend out. Keep pressing the bottom foot down, and pull in, and then push out. This bottom foot really presses down to get the stability. And you press out, come back in, and press out, and come back in, and press out. Come back in, 2 more, and press, and come back in, and press. Okay, excellent. Come to the other side, taking the opposite leg up and out in your side plank. Draw the shoulder back. Draw that knee in. Get your extension. Pulling in, extend, pull in, extend. Pressing the foot down into the floor and pulling in and extend. 2 more. Pulling in and extend. Breathing steadily. Okay, that leg comes down. Take the arm back. Get a good stretch in through the front. And then rotate to the other side. Take that top leg open through the chest. And then you can come back. In your all fours position, take the left leg across and you're going to get a good reach in through that heel. Good. Now take the heel up off the floor and then take the leg to the other side all the way out. Come across, all the way over, touch down, lift, and then come to the outside. And press into the standing leg, touch, lift, pressing out, come across, touch, lift, pressing out. Take the right arm a little further forward to balance, lift, and across, way over, touch, lift, way out. Keep the core strong by pulling the belly button in as you square the hips to the floor, and you keep the leg lengthening out the whole time, reaching out, come across and down, reaching out, come across and down, reaching out, come across. Breath, 2 more, reaching out, come across and down, reaching out. Okay, now stay across, come down onto the elbows and do a lift touch. So I think you can see that I'm over as far as I can to the side, so I'm not behind. So you're reaching and come up, touch, and 3. Now I'm a little bit tipped to the right. So that right hip is anchoring and really holding the hip in place. And you keep that heel reaching out. Now come on back. And then you can round the spine and cat stretch the knee in towards you. Get a good round and then take that knee down. Now take an inhale, gaze up, arc the back, dog tilt up. And then you can exhale and round the spine and press the tops of the feet into the floor. And then come on to a flat back position. Now you can take the right leg out, reach out through that heel, take the leg across, reach out, take the heel off, and take the leg out to the right. Come across, touch, lift, and to the outside. Come across, touch, lift, and to the outside. Come across, and lift. Coming across, and lift. Coming across, and reach. Coming across, and reach. Coming across, and reach. Coming across and reach. Coming across and reach. We've got 2 across and reach. And get out there and reach. Now take the leg across, get that reach, and then come up and lift. Keep the heel as straight, keep the leg as straight as you can. We're strongly reaching out through the heel. Excellent. And up, and up. And then you can take that knee back, round the spine, draw the knee in towards the nose as the chin tucks, and you lengthen through the back of the neck. Breath, breath, round, round. Good, and now take the knees down. We're gonna come right up to all fours. Tuck the toes under. Take an inhale, lift the eyes. Now exhale, round into your downward dog. And now step the right leg forward in between the hands and then take the hands forward about 10 inches. Take the left leg up and you're going to fold forward from the leg and try to reach that left heel up towards the ceiling as long and strong as you can. And you want to pull up through the standing leg so you're pulling into the hip. Now we're going to take the left hand just in front of the foot, about a foot. And then see if you can take the right hand straight up. You're going to keep gazing to the hand. That helps with the balance. And you keep that left foot reaching out. Breathing steadily. Take the hand down. Now we turn this to the right. Magically, no movement in our leg. You want to take the left arm up, turn and face the left, and of course you can keep that left hand down for balance as well. And keep the leg reaching out. Keep pulling up through the standing leg. Strong. I'm going to keep my hand down, keep the leg reaching, 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 and then come on down. Okay, great. And now we're going to take the right leg up. Hands are about a foot ahead of that left foot. Come into your standing split. Now walk the hands in closer to the leg, which I meant to do, and keep that right leg reaching as you pull up through the standing leg. Keep the core solid as you keep your reach. Leg is long. Now take the hands, left hand forward. Potentially take the right arm up and bring that leg up high. Or of course you can keep the hand down as you get your lift, lengthening through the spine, breathing steadily. And then you can take that hand down. And now in a forward bend, come back, lengthen through the legs and pull up from the core. Breath. Now just let the head turn from side to side. Good. Now you're going to take the hands forward. Walk your feet back about 2 feet. And then you're going to bend your knees and tip your bum up towards the ceiling. Press the heels down and let your head fall. Do this narrow bent downward dog, mainly tipping the bum bones up to get at the top of the hamstrings. And breath. Okay, now you can walk your hands back in, and then we'll breathe in, lift, come all the way up. And now you can grab your dumbbells. I'm going to grab the 5-pound dumbbells, so you can grab that. That's a good way to start with. And we'll start with overhead press. So you're lifting and keep the breathing steady. Just get some perfect adjustment here. Lifting. Dumbbells, there we go. That works. And keep the core in. So you do have the shoulders down and the shoulder blades back. Keeping the breathing steady. Keep the rib cage in. Opening through the chest. Breath. Excellent. Breath. Good. We've got 10. Extending. Again, elbows out. Breath. We've got 5. Ribs in. And 3. And breath. And last one. And breath. Now keep it up. Keep the dumbbells together. Bend in the knees a little. And then bend over to the side. Breathe in, lift. Come on over to the other side. Bend in, lift. Coming over. Bend in, lift. Over. And bend. And over. And bend. And over. And lift. And over. And lift. And over. Excellent. Keep going. Get a good reach out. Excellent. We've got 10. Reach. Good. And 2. Excellent. Breath. Good. And 4. Excellent. Breath. Elbows out. Keep the reach of the arms. Excellent. Out. Really reach. Out. Back, last 2. Out. Breath. And out. Oh, good. Taking the dumbbells down. So come on into biceps. Get the heaviest, usually pretty much the heaviest weight you've got. And we'll come right into bicep curl. Keep the elbow pinned in. Get your lift and down. And lift and down. Keep the elbow pinned in, yeah. Keep the rib cage back. So nice long waist. Now as soon as you touch to the bottom, come right up with the other. Keeping the elbows pinned. You're welcome, of course, to do both at the same time. I just find that I get a better isolation. But it also helps to work your chest more when you do this. So just feel for the best way and breath. Keeping the wrists straight. Breath. Excellent. Breath. Good. Breath. Lifting. Breath. Whew. Excellent. We've got 4. Lift. Breath. Keep the rib cage in. Keep the shoulders down, of course, and breathing steadily. And elbows in. Last one. Nice control down. So the last one, we're going to go slowly down, really slow. And down. Okay, now come back to probably about a 5 or 8 pound. And then you're going to keep the elbows to the outside. Come into your rise. It's quite short. And you keep the elbows pinned out. Shoulder blades are back. Keep the rib cage lifting. Breathing, excellent. Back, back. Now quick. So you barely get down. Come back up. And again, keep the elbows to the outside. Keep the rib cage in. Great. Now we're going to take the arm up, hold, and then slowly, slowly, slowly down. Great. Opposite lifting up. Breath, breath, breath. And then slowly down. Great. Both arms lift, coming up, and slowly down. Keep the rib cage back. Breath, come up. Breath, and slowly down. Coming up, breath, and slowly down. Coming up, breath, and slowly down. Coming up, breath, and slowly down. Good. 3, lift, up, hold, hold, hold. Slowly down, a little longer hold on these last 2. Breathe in, lift. Keep the rib cage in. Slowly, slowly lower. Nice control. Last one, really slow lower. Lifting, hold, hold, breath, breath. Breath, breath, slowly lower. Okay, good. Coming back to shoulder press, take the arms up. Lift and down. Up. Again, the rib cage is in. Keep your body tall. Keep the shoulders back and down. Lifting. Breath. Breath. Excellent. Breath. Good. We've got 8. Breath. Breath. Keep the shoulders back. 4. Breathing steadily. Up, last one. Okay, so now we go right into triceps. Before you do, come into a roll of the shoulders and keep your chin back so you've got the neck nice and long. And then you can come forward. Breathing. Keep the breathing steady. Okay. Now, come back into, we'll come into tricep. So you can take the dumbbells together. Take the elbows pressing into the head and then come back up. So you want to come to here and then come back up. And lifting, and lifting, and lifting. Excellent. And lift, up, lift, excellent. Lift, good. Breath. 4, elbows pinned in, breath. Last 2, lift, good. Now stay to the top and just fully straighten the arms. Keep the palms up, come to the outside, come to the point where you're horizontal and stay with your breath. Keep the shoulder blades back, come up for a pulse and keep the elbows bent. Excellent. Keep the rib cage in. So if you can see, you're right in line with the torso. And you've got 4, and breathing, and 2, last one, come up. Here we go, tricep again. Keep the elbows pinned in. This is a way to also really work the blood pressure by keeping the arms overhead. That's why you might get a bit more winded. Good, it's very good to have the body used to having back It's a back arc, and you get those upper nerves working in the upper back, fully extending and up. And sorry if the internet is a little, just giving me a little message, it's not so great. And we've got 4, fully straighten, up, and lift, last one. And let's just do 2 more. Down, and good. Oh, let's 2 more if you could. To keep the elbows pinned in, really good. Last one. Okay, great. Now we'll come right back to bicep curl. Before you grab the higher dumbbells, shake out the hands and let the elbows fan out to the side as well. And just air out and let the shoulders come back. And then just coming forward, really loose through the shoulders, and then just let them fall down. Get a jig going on right in the shoulder socket. Okay, all right, grabbing the higher dumbbells, coming into dumbbell curl. And I'm going to do it one at a time this time. Lifting, but do feel free to do this, to do 2. Coming up, keeping that elbow pinned in, keeping the breathing. Lift, and up, and lift, and breath. Keeping the chin back. Lovely breaths. We've got 10. Breath, that's 1. Keep the wrist straight. Rib cage in. Breath. Shoulders back. I think that's 5. And lift. Nice slow controlled lowering now for last 3. Nice slow control. And lift. Slow control, breath. Last one. And down. Okay, now we're going to take the dumbbells off to the side. And, oh, I apologize. The last one is we're going to do the dumbbells overhead. The 1 dumbbell overhead once again for the side waist. So you can take, but you know what? I mean, you're strong. Let's do the double dumbbell. Yeah, that's right. So we do want this one. Coming up, lifting from the rib cage, and then come on over from the side. Lift, keep the breathing steady so your voice doesn't get funny like this. Keeping constant breath. Lift, keep open through the ribs. Back up, breath, over, breath, lift, breath, over, and breath, reach, and breath, and over, and breath. We've got 8. Really reach from the side waist, and back. Get extended out there. Breath, really good reach. Really good reach. Out. And we've got 5. And breath. Breath. Keep the elbows back. 3. And 2. And last one. Over. Okay, beautiful. Now you can take the dumbbells out of the way. We're going to come right down onto your back. And we'll take the knees in. And first of all, just start with some lovely knee rolls. Coming in, and then in the other direction. And now you can pull the knees in wide and tight. Really pull in here. Great. Now we're going to take the left leg out, and then take the left hand behind to hold the head, and you come up and then lower. So pull in snug and then lower. You are crossing towards that knee and then lower. Now you're going to extend the leg out in between now. So you'll come up, extend, and pull in. And extend, and pull in. And extend, and pull in. And extend, and pull. And extend, and pull. And extend, and pull. extend, and 3 more, and extend, and pull, and extend. Contract strongly as you lift for the last one, and then lower the upper body, grab onto that knee, and I want you to just pull that knee in, and once again, come on into circles with the knee, letting the elbow bend, rest the upper body totally. Okay, now lift the upper body to pull the knee in, and then you can lift that leg straight up. Now you're gonna pull in towards the torso, and then you're gonna release like this. So you're gonna come down, come up, lift and curl, and then come out and down. Exhale, lift, and coming out and down, and exhale, lift, and coming out and down, and exhale, lift, and out and down. 2 more, exhale, lift, and out and down, exhale, lift, out and down. Good, pull that right knee in, upper body relaxing, come into your circles again, and other direction. And now you can take that right leg up, just shake out through the leg. Really vigorous. And then you can pull the toes back, spread the toes, really spread them. And now bend that knee down. So you're gonna come towards the outside. So you're gonna pull in this way, and then you can grab onto the foot, come into half a happy baby, and do a rock from side to side. Let the elbow bend to get that knee down towards the armpit as much as you can. You're breathing steadily. And then you can take that leg across. I'm going to take the left hand on the outside. Now with the bent knee, it's like you're closing a door. You're going to come over to that other side. You're gazing to the palm and the shoulders back. And you stay with your breathing. And just get a really nice rotation there. And then you can come back up, pull the leg in. This time, move your body to the leg. So you want to get that lift and see if you can really pull the toes back as you contract in the core to get up high and to get that lift. Keep that left leg reaching out. Good, and now you're going to take that leg down and take the left leg, hug that left leg in, come on into circles. And then the other direction. Okay, now you can take your right hand behind the head. You're going to exhale and lift, and exhale and lift, curling in, down, and exhale, lift, and then reaching the leg out, exhale, lift, and reaching out, and then exhale, lift, and reaching out, and exhale, lift, and reaching out, and exhale, lift, and reaching out, exhale, lift. Okay, really good. Exhale, lift. We've got 4, reaching, exhale, lift. Extend out, exhale, lift. And 2 more, exhale, lift. Last one, and lift. Good, now take that leg up, and take this leg down. Lift from the torso, upper body comes down now, and you pull the leg in towards you. Keep the toes pulling back. Get that leg high. The foot on the floor, you can reach that right leg out, so you get that extending reach, breath. And now you can bend the knee, relax this hand, bend that left knee to the outside, keep the right leg reaching out. And your breathing is steady. And now you can take the right hand on the outside and hinge across. So you're opening, breath, and breath. The left arm drops back. And as you stay with your breathing, get that leg across, and breath, and breath. And then you can come back up. Okay, now the leg lifts again. Lift the upper body towards the leg. Keep the right leg reaching out. And you want to really extend out there. Lift. And then you can lower down. Okay, take that leg up. Shake out through the leg. Get a really, really, really floppy. Shaking, shaking. And then you can pull the toes back, reach the heel up as you stretch the foot. Stay with your breathing. Okay. And then just let that leg down. Now the knees bend, and you're going to take the hands down to the heels. So we're going to do buttock exercise as well as the bridge stretch of yoga. So you're going to get the tailbone reaching out, keep pressing into the feet, and the backs of the arms are pressing into the floor. And then pull your wrists down, so you've got the shoulders low, and keep tilting the tailbone up as you press out and lengthen. Now here's where you might need to take the arms out like a V, and upside down V, and press the palms down, and then press into the left foot and lift the right leg up if you can. And then you're going to lower and lift and lower and lift. Keep pressing down strongly into that foot on the floor. Really come up high now, stay high, relax the shoulders. Now do pulses in the air as you press the foot down into the floor. And breath, and keep pressing the foot. Breath, keep pressing the foot. We're going to really go for it. So relax the upper body. Breath, breath. And then you can take that leg down. And now right into the next leg, take that left leg up. Reach, come up and lower all the way down. And lift, lower all the way down. And lift, and lower. And lift, and lower. Lift, and lower. Lift, and lower. And lift, lower, lift. Almost there. Now, whoops, sorry, stay up, come into your lift. Pulsing at the top as you press the foot strongly. Stay high with the pulse. Shoulders free. Really press, press, press. Activating that right buttock. Press. Shoulders free. Press. Keep the breathing constant. Press. Press. 3, 2, last one. Now cross that left ankle over. And you're going to lift through the upper body and pull the leg in. Let that knee rotate out. And lift the upper body to round the spine to really tuck the chin. Stay with your breathing. Come a little tighter. A little tighter. And then you can lower the upper body down. Pull the legs in. Keep that knee rotating out. And then you can let the knee down. Great, we're going to stretch the arms overhead and then cross that knee on top of the knee, wrap the lower legs, and then tip over to the side, gaze in the opposite direction, opening through the shoulder and pressing the arms back. Stay with your breath. Steady breath. And then you can come back. Now with your wrapped legs, once again, lift the torso and come around the legs like so. And you're going to bend the elbows well to get the legs in. Take a deep breath. And then you can lower the upper body. Keep the legs tucked in. Pulling as much as you can. And then you can gently release. And of course, you don't have to be all wrapped. You can have your foot like this, just so you're having more space in the hips. And then you're uncrossing. Take that right ankle up, press the right knee away. Lift the upper body, grabbing behind or in front, and pull the body together. Let the elbows bend. Keep that knee rotating out. And stay with your breathing. Pulling in. Steady breath. Steady breath. Breath. Lowering down. Pull the leg in. Good. And then you can cross that knee right on top, tip over to the other side, left side, gaze into your right. Nope, that's not right, is it? We're going to come over to the, yeah, I think it is, whichever side you know. And take this arm back, opening through the chest. Breath. Keeping that shoulder back. And then it can come on all the way back up. One more time. Hug the legs in. And then gently release and let the legs down. Great. Now we're going to take the soles of the feet together. Let the knees splay out so you're coming into cobbler pose. Hands are behind the head. And then take the right arm up. Now do a lift, hold at the top, and do a pulse. Lifting, lift, 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 and lift. Now take the hand in front, and we'll get a little further, and reach, and contracting down in through the low core, and reach, and reach, and reach. Pulling the core in, and reach. 8, breath, breath, breath. 4, keeping the chin tucked slightly. Come down, take that arm up and over again. Take the opposite arm up and over, get a good reach through the arm, spread the fingers. Keep your shoulder blades under as you get that strong extension out. Great, and now you can take the right hand behind, left arm overhead. Lift, and lift, and lift, and breath, and lift. Up, up, hand in front, lift, a little higher now, lift, lift. Contract through the low core, lift, lift, coming up, reach, reach. 8, 7, breath, breath. 4, breath, reach. Last one. Take that arm overhead, opposite arm to reach. And then interlace the fingers. You take the right hand under, palms press. Take the arms overhead. Reach through the rib cage. Extend the legs straight out. And pull the toes back, reaching out through the heels. Now bend over to the left side and keep the elbows back as you lift and open through the chest and stay with your breathing. Keep pressing the arms back. And then breathing in and come back. And then come on over to the other side and breath and reaching and opening. And then you can come on all the way back. And then relax the arms to the side. Now just letting your feet roll in and out. And let go for a moment. Now let's stretch right through the rear of the shoulders. Take the hands just onto the elbows and take the arms to seesaw across side to side, squeezing also through the chest. And breath. Excellent. Good, a couple more, get right over, breathing steadily. Now the next stretch, we're going to bend the knees, have your feet naturally apart, knees apart. And then we're going to take the, let's take the right hand under. Now we're going to dive it under so it comes under the shoulder. And then you're going to press your elbow to the ceiling and beyond. So you're going to press away from you as if you're doing a back wheel, where you lift up off the floor. But I want the pressure to be going through the palm into the floor. Take your opposite left hand and press that elbow away. See if the hand will go under again. A little more, it'll probably go now because you've got support. And then you keep on breathing. And you just keep that elbow into the body as opposed to roll out. So you can get a deeper stretch in the shoulder. You're going right into the shoulder girdle. You may feel this also through the tricep. And then you take that arm down. Now just let the arm relax for a moment and feel the difference between the two arms. It's quite a great shoulder stretch. And then here we go. Coming, break hips around. Take the left arm under. Pull the fingers under as much as you can. Grabbing onto that elbow, get the fingers walking under. And press. And press. Breath. Good. And then release the hand. Wonderful. Now the next position, we're going to stretch in through the IT band. So one of the things about working the core is you want to kind of stretch the top hip flexors and IT band afterwards. So we're going to take the foot under, and then with the foot under, press the knee away as much as you can, even if you're here. And then take the arms up overhead. Again, reach through the palms, spread the fingers, lengthen that leg out, and stay with your breathing. Great. And then you can take the arms down and come up so that you're going to press in through the foot by holding on to the shin, or just pull the knee up towards you. So you're going to get a fantastically strong stretch in through that foot. Your breathing is constant. And then you can undo that leg, take it up in the air, shake it out, toe circles, and other direction. Good, point and flex. Now really flex, pull the toes back, spread the toes. Breathing. And then release. Okay, here we go. We're going to take the right foot under, take the toes under, press that right knee away, take the arms overhead, get a good reach, opening through the chest and shoulders. Breathing steadily. Breath. Wonderful. Then you're going to pull that knee up towards you, press into the top of the foot. So you've got a really good lift of the knee. Feel free to hold on to the shin if you can reach it and pull up, stretching through the top of that foot and keeping the breathing steady. And then gently bring the leg up in the air. Come on into toe circles. Other direction. And then you can point and flex. Great, pull the toes back, spread the toes, reach the heel out, get an opening through the back of the knee. Whole bunch of connectors right in that back joint. That's why I like you to open the hamstring at the bottom. And then you can just release the leg. And now pull the knees into the chest and then come on into happy baby. And take your legs up, bend the knees to the outside, and you keep the shoulders back as you pull the legs in. And see if you can bring the feet a little bit more towards the head side. And breath, one more breath. And then you can gently release. Come on all the way down. Fluff your hair. And then you feel pretty. And then you can gently roll over to your side. And then coming right up to seated position. And you are done. You did it. So that was a really good